So today I was headed to the gym around lunchtime, and it's very heavy traffic, very heavy traffic, and so I got the smart idea that I would take like a shortcut, really more like a detour, a different route. Um, and so I did like a U-turn and kind of went through some other roads, and I caught myself. I went to this one road and I saw that the traffic was heavy there too, so I was like, well, let me go through this neighborhood and then go around this other way. And and then I'll be able to skip all the traffic. You know, the crazy thing about it is that you ever notice whenever you're in heavy traffic, a lot of times you figure you're gonna be smart and take this detour and it's gonna be all good. But then you gotta realize, especially in today's world where everybody has GPS and all this stuff, a lot of other people are gonna take that route too. So anyway, I did all these through neighborhood routes and this and that, and I ended up pretty much right back where I was before I made the initial U-turn. And I had to go through the same traffic I would have gone through if I had just kind of like waited and not try to take any detours. And what would have probably taken me like an hour and a half took me almost an extra hour to do, as far as like going to the gym and running a couple of other errands. But the reason why I mentioned that here is because it kind of made me think about how we tend to treat fitness. A lot of times we want the results so bad that we're willing to do anything for them, including taking different routes. Routes that we perceive would be easier, that we perceive would take us a shorter period of time. Only to find out that those routes, a lot of times you end up back in the same place. It may even cause you to take even longer on your fitness journey. And so the thing is, so why is that? I mean, of course, we want the results faster because we just want the results faster. But the reason why some of these detours we try to take on our fitness journey don't work is because, y'all, we're not solving the real problems. We're not solving the real issues. We're not solving what the real issues are. And so therefore, you end up back at the same place. Well, I guess I still have to do something about my eating habits or whatever. It kind of makes me think, like even, now let me say this too. You have the freedom to do whatever you choose to do as far as like losing weight and gaining muscle and all that kind of stuff. But like, for example, if you were to decide to go the anabolic route when it comes to building muscle, I mean, you still got to eat, enough food. You still got to eat protein. If you choose to do like a weight loss kind of aid, like one of the new drugs, or it's been supplements on the market for a long time before some of these more popular drugs have come along in these recent couple of years or so. But if you look at some of those different type of things, you still are expected to make diet changes. So you still have to. The thing about it though is a lot of times when we take these detours, and of course you do your own research and see yourself. When we try to take detours on our fitness journey, it's the same as me trying to take detours through the city, to get to my destination. It tends to add other things. you add all kind of other things into the mix. You know, you hit other traffic, you hit other obstacles and whatnot. You know, because a lot of those detours tend to come with their own issues, their own problems, like sometimes real serious problems. And so I say that to say, on your fitness journey, as you seek to better your health, as you seek to improve your physical fitness, I know how it is to, you know, have a desire for your body to be a certain way, and then you just can't seem to get it where you want it. I know how it is. I mean, to be honest, I'm still there, you know. I'm way further along than I used to be for sure. Not where I want to be, but I'm way further along. I've learned a lot too. But my point is, I know how it is. Trust me. But the thing is, at the end of the day, there are some things that you and I just have to do if you really want to get if you really want to get like in good shape, and if you really want to like improve your health, like for real, then there are like some things that you have to do. By virtue of owning a physical body, there's some steps and stages that you have to do. The thing I always say, one of my common sayings is that your body has fundamental needs, and so you have to meet those needs for optimal health. And I think it's a few of them. There are some that are more urgent needs than others, but you have a few things that you need for optimal health and fitness, and you have to meet those things, period. And so our world offers us detours to kind of get those things. Usually it kind of offers us detours to get things that are more, aspects that are more tangible, that have the appearance, you know, the weight loss that we want, the muscle that we want. And again, you have the freedom to do those things. You have the freedom to do those things. It's just, if you really want it at a deep, fundamental level, you got to put the work in. You have to. You have to. If you want to get ready for a 5K, you have to run. And you have to run, you know, enough. You have to build up your endurance to the point that you can, you know, that your muscles are ready for it, so that your cardiorespiratory system is ready for it. There's just no way around it, period. You know, if you want to lose weight, you have to change your diet from one that causes you to gain fat. You know, it's probably going to involve a lowering of sugar and carbohydrates. You know, probably going to involve not eating late. You know, drinking a lot of water, eating a lot of plants. These are the kind of things it's probably going to have to involve, even if you don't want that stuff. Period. It kind of just is what it is. Well, there's no kind of to it. It is. You know, and you're going to have to probably increase your activity level, because most of us, almost all of us, don't move enough. Even those of us who exercise, a lot of times don't really move enough, because we're designed to move constantly. We're in our best health when we're moving. You know, a study that I've referenced before on this YouTube channel suggests that we move every 30 minutes, you know. And so that kind of movement is what we need for optimal health. So if you're not doing that, these kind of things you have to change. You know, if you want to build muscle, and that's what I'm learning too, you have to fatigue the muscle. And so just doing 3 sets of 10 and calling it a day may not be it. Now it varies depending on the person, but just doing 3 sets of 10 of bench press and then revisiting next week, you may see some results if you're just starting out, but that's not gonna really do much of anything. So like detours, you know, may not be worth it. A lot of times they're not worth it, and they add other complications, if you will, to the mix. So I'm just saying that to say, you know, just consider that. You know, I understand wanting the results very badly. Trust me, because been there, done that, doing that. I know how it is. But at the same time, one thing I've learned is that I really want to, I want the full, I want all the stuff, the good things that come with fitness, all of it. And so I've learned to be willing to, not worry about taking, the detours that seem like they'll get me the appearance quicker. Because a lot of times when that happens, then it means that you're giving up some of the benefits in exchange. You know what I mean? Like all these bodybuilders who, you know, um, got all this muscle from, taking like steroids and, anabolic substances only to start having a lot of heart problems and things like that, once they, got older and stuff, like not too much older at that. So anyway, just my 2 cents from my experience today. I hope that y'all have a good one. I'm going to go ahead and finish stretching here. So see you next time.
As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/ShawnB2B Fitness today.